Hey, welcome back. Mike Harrison here for a tip of the day. Not really a tip. I just want to show you, if you're interested in painting with one of these guns here. These are gravity paint gun. Put the paint in and gravity takes effect and you squirt it on whatever you want to, paint it, whatever. Yeah, I'm just going to do a video on that. I don't know, just figured some of you out there might be interested in haven't used a high volume, low pressure paint gun before, so that's what today's going to be about. Today's video, not today. I don't know what I'll be doing all different things today, but anyway, let's do this. Caffeine's kicking in. All right, so today we have Gallery Series. Sorry, the words are backwards, but you just have to watch this video in a mirror. Gallery Series cabinet and millwork waterborne top coat. Let me go show you what I'm painting. All right, so we got outside. I got the cabinet all set up. This is what I'm painting on today. Little 360 view. This is a cabinet with a secret compartment. No, actually, it's going to be a bench. I'm building for a client. She wants to put a cushion here. It's going to go up against her island, and I'm going to paint it that cabinet color. It's like a sage green. Yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to do a little video on how to make that happen. All right, so first things first. First things first. Shake the paint. Actually, first things first, make sure the lid's on. I've done that mistake by picking this up and shaking it and paint went everywhere. I did that one time, learned my lesson real quick. Paint lid is on. So we'll shake this up. You can use a stir stick, but this is much easier. And I got this yesterday. This thing's been shaking for like an hour. It took them an hour to mix this color at Sherwin-Williams. I love Sherwin-Williams, but an hour, really? I stood there for an hour and they tried to color match this color. They nailed it. So I'm stoked. Anyway, it's all shook up now. Let's pop the lid and show you what color it is. Sage green. Hey, it's kind of like my shirt and my hat. That's kind of weird. All right, so we got the paint on. I usually just a little advice when you're trying to fill up this paint cup here. You kind of need to have somewhere to, unless you have a cool paint cup holder. I get creative. I just use the 2 gallons of paint here, and it works out pretty well. So I just put my spray gun there. Keep a rag handy so you can wipe off the excess. My advice would be I would pour the paint out on the back side of the gallon. That way you're not covering up your recipe or the name of the paint and all that stuff. Just pour out the back and all right, let's try this. This is the tricky part. Sometimes I make a mess and sometimes I don't. I have no idea what's going to happen here. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to move this like that. A little more elbow room. I'm just going to go for it. I mean, I could use a cup and scoop some out, because I don't really need like a ton. I don't need tonnage. I just need like a little bit. But you know what? Let's just do this. Let's see what happens. Pour quick. Oh, look at that. I did make a mess. I did make a mess. So yeah, let that gravity take effect. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I got paint on there. I'm gonna take this and set this on this lid for now, so we can actually drip on the lid. Look at that. Messes happen. It's okay. It's just paint. You just wipe it up. All right, I'll get that. Hey, at least I didn't get it all over the paint gun, so that's not too bad. And if you're wondering about this paint gun, I got like Harbor Freight for like $17 and some change. Wasn't even on sale. This is just the paint guns they sell. It's great for spraying acrylic latex on furniture and art. Yeah, 17 bucks, man. If they just fall apart in like a year, throw them away. Go buy you another one. Anyway, let me. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Good thing about paint clothes, you just kind of wipe them there. All right, so paint in, cap. I usually take this little, there's like a little plug thing you put right here, and you can adjust the air, but I just take that thing out and leave the hole. I just leave the hole available. That way the cup can breathe, because sometimes you'll build pressure in there as the paint's flowing out there. If this hole's clogged, it'll create pressure, and then the paint will start diminishing. Fancy word of the day. Today's word of the day is diminishing. Anyway, I'm gonna screw that thing, throw that thing away, and then I leave that open. Got my air tank already hooked up, so let's go spray some stuff. All right, I'm gonna put you right here. I think that's a good spot. I'm going to start on the sides here and then spray all the flat surface. So I do all the little edges, little nooks and crannies first with the spray, and I taper my fan down to where it's concentrated, and then when I spray the bigger areas, I open the fan up, and the fan is adjusted here. Not bad. This is the flow of the paint, and this is the fan. So you open it up to get a wider cover wider, and then, sorry, I'm rambling on. It's hot out here. It's like 85, and it's one hair past the other hair. All right, air pressure, definitely got that. Let's see, I can do a little test, see how much paint's coming out, but I know how much paint's coming out, enough. Sorry, I'm kind of silly this early. Like I said, I drank some coffee this morning. It's working pretty well. Ooh, yeah. Let's turn the camera over here. All right. I don't use a ton of pressure. I'm thinking if I had a gauge on here, it'd probably be about 15 PSI. So, and this is acrylic cabinet paint. So, yeah, I should be wearing a mask, but I'm outdoors, and I just hold my breath. And if I pass out, I'll wake up and I'll start painting again. So I did sand this really, really well. It was a great primer. I sanded it all down with a 120. Came back with like a 220. So it's really smooth. I use a tack cloth to wipe all the dust off. And then this morning I made sure it was dust free again. So that's nice. So yeah, I just do all the just do a light coat on all the edges inside the corners. I don't do it. I just do a light coat on the whole thing, and then let that dry for about 15 minutes, and then I spray the whole entire thing with a final coat. Sometimes you can do 2 coats, 3 coats, but however many coats you want to do. But this paint works really, really well. About like that. Get in there and paint all the corners. So yeah, I'll do that all the way around, and then I'll just go ahead and show you whenever I open up the fan, get a bigger area I can cover. When you open this up, you're gonna have to add a little more air pressure. You can hear the difference. So you have to get a little more air. It makes a bigger area to paint. So you start from the top and just spray towards the bottom. That's simple. Let me go shut this door. Much better. Can paint, not even looking at the subject. I can paint and see right here, watch. Not quite as straight. Now, if you put too much paint on it at first, it's going to take a while to dry. So I suggest doing a light coat first. And then once that dries, come back with a heavier second coat after the first coat is dried for, just all depends on the weather. If it's super humid like today, probably going to take a while to dry. So I'm going to do a first coat. I'll bring this inside, put the fan on it, and then bring it back out here, put a second coat on it, second coat on it. So you get the point. I'll do another video on how to apply the final coat. So yeah, thanks for watching. All right, I got the first coat on there. Let's go get this thing, bring it in the shop, put the fan on it, let it dry. It's a little awkward. It's not really that heavy, it's just awkward. I mean, it probably weighs about, I don't know, 25 pounds, 30 pounds. 1/2-inch plywood. And then the top, obviously, so I can install it, I can screw it to the side of the island. And then after, I thought about actually making a little hole here. We might actually leave that available for the client if they wanted to store something in there. Maybe some toys or maybe some liquor. All right, so I'm gonna put the fan on this thing now. Get this thing drying so I can get the second coat on it. Put the trusty air conditioner here. I'm gonna close this door. Let the air conditioning out. There's no air conditioning in here. Uh-oh. Helps plug the fan in. Electricity works really well. Works much better when there's power. All right, so that can go there. Let's get back over here and turn this fan on. I think I'm gonna put it on medium. I don't want to stir too much debris up, dust or anything. This paint will dry really quick. It's like a satin finish. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that will work. Air, dry, pretty, so pretty. And then I'll rotate it after about, I don't know, let it dry for about 10 minutes, and then I'll rotate the fan or rotate the piece there, and then let that dry, and then drag it back outside, and then put the second coat on. Okay, she's all dry. Second coat coming up. All right, let's go. I think all I need is this. Let's see, let's do this. We'll put you about there. Close the door. Don't let the, don't want to let the hot air out of the shop. That's air conditioning when it's warm in there. And it's warm out here, you're conditioned. You're conditioned to be out here to go into the warm shop. All right, second coat. I'm going to open the fan up, a little more paint so it covers faster. Try to do this in one coat. Like once again, I'm going to do the inside edges here first. And then once I get all the inside edges done, then I'll come back and spray the whole thing with a final coat and then let it dry and then install this thing. All right, let's do this. A little more paint. There I am. A little more paint. Too much wind. Too much wind. Oh yeah, when you're painting, you can always turn this like this. You can paint up and down, and the fan will open like this, and then you can turn it again, and when you're then you can turn it, and the fan will open like this. So you can cover better this way or this way by turning this piece right here. Okay, now you know as much as I know. So I do all my edges, do all the framework, and then I come back and do the center part. Whenever I make my pass, I try to go past the edge here and past the edge there, because if I stop right here, then you're getting a bunch of paint right here. So you want to get your passes past your surface. Go past, go past. I'm gonna make a final. Let the paint clear the air. As I'm getting older, I can hold my breath a little less. I used to be able to hold it for 2.5 minutes. Now I'm down to about 1 minute. All right, so yeah, if you get the light from the exterior, you can see how much paint is on there. It's nice and shiny. So obviously I got enough paint on the surface. So I'll do the same thing on the side, on the front here. Do the same thing on the front. Don't forget, under there. A little more air. Don't want too much air. It'll build up so fast and it'll dry as you're painting, and it'll leave it like an orange peel effect. So if you keep the air pressure kind of down, your paint will lay down as it's drying, and it'll be way smoother. Same thing, edges. As you're making your pass, you don't want to go super fast. The slower you go, the more coverage you're going to get. If you go too slow, then it'll start running, get too much paint. So there's like that. You just kind of got to get the feel for it, see how much paint you need to put out by your flow and how fast you're making your pass. So it's all trial and error. That's all it is. I've been doing this for 25 years painting, so I know what I'm looking for by just experience. So you can do it too. Just day 1, learn to do it. Day 2, try again. Day 3, probably mess up, try again. And definitely another tip, when you go to pour this paint in, if it's a new can, you're good. Don't need a strainer. But if you have a paint that is kind of old, You could have some boogers in there. You definitely want to strain your paint. You can add a little water to it if you want. If it's not thin enough, it won't come out of the gun. So yeah, definitely use a strainer if your paint is older, because if you get a booger in here and you're painting and the paint quit's coming through, then you gotta dump all the paint out, clean out the gun. What a nightmare. All right, so that's done. That looks good. A little more on the bottom edge. That's where all the traffic's gonna be, on that bottom edge where the people are sitting on it in their heels. Bonk, bonk. All right, so final side. Man, it's warm out here. Woo, Betty. All right, final side right here. Same thing. Get the edges first. Get underneath. And then make your final pass. Beautiful, beautiful. Next time I'll wear a mask. All right, it's got to do the top now. Let's go on this side so you can actually see. I'm going to do the edge first. Oh, you can kind of see a little bit of the shine, but it's looking good. I need a little more air. Beautiful. There's going to be a cushion going up here anyway, so you're really not going to see all this. But I still like to make it look nice and pretty. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got this side really good. This side I know is good. Let's put a little more paint right here. I'm gonna do one more here. Like I was saying, that's gonna be the section that is gonna get the most abuse when people are sitting on the cabinet. The bench, from the back of their feet hitting at kids or whatever, kicking it, going, "Mommy, mommy, when's dinner ready?" All right, we're in 10 minutes into this video, so I think that's enough. I've probably tortured you enough with the idea of learning how to spray out of a high volume, low pressure paint sprayer. I didn't taste any. All right, let's get this thing back inside under the fan and bring it to the location, install it. I might actually do a video on that. I might do a part 2 video on installing this beautiful custom built bench. It's kind of a cabinet, it's got a lid on it. Yeah. Let's get this thing inside, let it dry, and then get it installed. All right, thanks for watching, and you have a absolutely fantastic day.